Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Hey, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Green again for a second day, right? We're on the other side of $4,000. When I seen it, we were looking up a little bit, like 5%. So that's always a big plus right there. 5% is usually what I like to consider standard day trading volume. I mean, or at least I did back when we had quite a bit of volatility. We haven't needed to use that term in a little while. Are we going to hold it? Is it a bear trap again? I don't know. I mean, I know the future of cryptocurrency is really bright. We all know that, right? That's why we're still here. That's why we're still hanging around in the space. Why is the price down? Is it manipulation? I mean, apparently it's going to be hindsight becoming 2020 as we move into the future, but it's kind of undeniable at this point in time. Cryptocurrency is being embraced world around. And you know what else is being embraced today? We got Samantha over there in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
So how are you today, Samantha?
Good.
Good?
Yes.
Doesn't depress you a little bit? You got to go work for the man later?
You know.
Pretty much as soon as we're done here.
I have came to terms with the man dependency, you know.
Yeah. What else are we going to do with the day? At least we get to spend it together, right?
Right. And, you know, my paychecks are bigger than the other jobs, so that's always good.
That is a plus.
Yep.
So I guess, would you mind pulling up that coin market cap? Well, actually, we won't use coin market. Coin paprika today, since everybody seems to prefer it so much more.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you very much. There we go. $4,175. Looking at a 4.2% gain, down only 3% for the week. I mean, it's not the $6,000 that we were holding sideways at. I mean, pretty much I think everyone's going to be a little bummed out about the price until we get back to $6,000. Agree?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yes, I think everybody had that whole "this is the price," even though they weren't happy with it at the time. Now they're like, "Oh man,
you don't know how good something is until you don't have it anymore."
I love those couple months. Yes.
Well, we got XRP. We got a little bit of news about them, but they're coming in at 37.2 cents. That's up 4%. That's down only 7.4% on the week. We got Ethereum still finding support on the other side of $100, $117. That's up 4.1%. That's down only 3.9% for the week. We got Stellar Lumas, XLMs, coming in at 16.6 cents. That's up 6.9%, down only 6% for the week. We got Bitcoin Cash, $180. That's Bitcoin Cash ABC. That's up 1.6%. And that's down 13.5% for the week. Still not very bad considering the coin split. We got EOS, still below the $3 support line, $2.95. That's up 3.3%, down 17% for the week. You know, I don't know. Do you think that Dan Latimer's comment from his shower like screwed the price of EOS, or do you think that they're just having difficulty recovering? Do you think people are thinking that they may be too centralized? Any opinions on that, Samantha? Or
I mean, it
is what it is.
It was going down before his, you know, ridiculous tweeting, but yes, probably.
Well, we got Litecoin at $33. That's up 5.3%. That's up 4% for the week. I mean, that's great right there. I don't know. I think I came across an article earlier. I had read on the Reddit forum. I keep hearing from a lot of different people that this is the time to be buying Litecoin. This is a great value. This is a great deal. Not that I'm giving financial advice. Not that I'm telling anybody what to do with their money. I just know cryptocurrency is going to be bright. I know that the show Bitcoin and Coffee, we're here for Bitcoin awareness, Bitcoin education, the furtherment of Bitcoin, right? What else do we got going on? We got Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision coming in at $93. That's the only cryptocurrency I'm seeing down right now, 0.28. That's still up 42% on the week.
You gotta love it.
Let's slide down here a little bit more on the list. Seems like Steam keeps slipping. 36 cents. Ouch. Hey, that's a 7.44% gain. That's kind of nice, even though we are looking at some double digits here, as I'm seeing in Factum and Waves, both outstanding projects. Them, look at that, 38% for the week. They've been doing quite well. So is Waves, 21%. All right. I want to see what we got for our metrics with the Steam back dollar, Samantha. Steam back dollar. $0.82, 82.8 cents. Telling us altcoins are still undervalued. They're up only going near 2% for the last 24 hours.
Is it raining?
That is a light sprinkle.
Oh, my. Awesome.
As long as it doesn't downpour, we'll be all right. Okay. As always, we got to share the tally fund. We had a nice donation, $5 donation, helping us dollar cost average ourselves into the $700 that we're trying to get ourselves off to the Forbidden Kingdom.
Vention. Thank you, Vention.
Oh, Samantha, the rain is picking up a bit.
Yes, it is. Uh-oh.
You may want to go grab a towel real quick. All right. So as we're looking at the tally fund here, I mean, as I continue to say the same things over and over again, if you guys are listening every single day, I'm sorry for repeating myself over and over again. This is one of the greatest ways that I can think of in order to be able to help spread Bitcoin awareness with only it costing you a couple dollars out of your pocket. You can go home. You can feel good about yourself. Not everybody has the opportunity to go out there and spread Bitcoin awareness. Too busy at home, too busy with the kids, too busy with work, whatever it may be. Don't really want to go around and tell people about Bitcoin because you don't want to come off like that crazy guy. Me and Samantha love it. We're trying to get out there. We found that these electric music festivals are a good opportunity to be able to conversate with people that are open and receptive to the ideal of this peer-to-peer digital cash. So as you know, you can see here, we're trying to get together $700 so we can make more flyers, go pass them out. It's going to be February 16th and 17th in Boca Raton. We're looking at, we got 60 days, 15 hours until this tally fund closes. So what do we need? Just a couple dollars a day, right? That's all it'll take. It'll buy, the gas, maybe the motel room, flyers. We're trying to see if we can't go more than 500 this time because our son Eugene will be joining us, but I will be purchasing that ticket out of my own money. Yeah. We also buy our own foods and drinks. So, of course, this is why we consider this a nonprofit, because we don't ask you guys for any money for ourselves besides our original tickets and fuel to get there.
Yeah, I'm not going to love the 5-hour trip or whatever, but hey.
We'll make an adventure out of it. Right. Telling her to take the motorcycle. She doesn't want to, though.
How's that going to work with our kid?
Well, we don't take them. All right. Let's see what we got going on here in the backyard. And, of course, the rain stops.
Awesome.
Beautiful. It's just in favor of Bitcoin and coffee. What can I say? Saturday, right?
Yep.
Saturday morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? Thanks for joining me out here for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. As this crazy person stands out in the middle of the woods and rants about magical internet money, trying to tell people how they should at least collect a small sum of it. You know, even if you can't save money, you know, they say most Americans they don't have $1,000 in savings. You know, most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. It doesn't hurt to even just buy $2-3 of it. I think those are the minimums at Coinbase, the dollar cost average. Everybody can spare $3, right? I mean, set your debit card up, collect $3 of Bitcoin a week or 2 weeks, whatever your paycheck is.
It's that same concept as that one guy that had the app on the Shark Tank or whatever. That, you know what I mean? Like that whole, you just round up and every like 15 cents you get some Bitcoin or some Litecoin or. It's like, I mean, the less you think about it and the more you just put whatever you can away, the better.
I mean, I don't even know how much I've collected off that faucet that pops up every time you open the browser that we've been collecting for like 2 years straight.
Yes, so you could do every hour or whatever. Yes, yes.
I mean, if I had held it all and I don't know what I had done with it. I donated it here and there, spent a little bit of it, moved some of it to different accounts, so I've lost track of it. I mean,
I think some of it went into my Jack's wallet that I completely lost all of, like everything. I did the horriblest thing.
It adds up. And with Bitcoin heading to $1 million someday here eventually down the pipeline, you know, clicking that faucet and it being 56 Satoshis or whatever, that would be equivalent to $56. Who doesn't want to collect a free $56 a day for the future? All right. So what do we got going on in the chat? Then we'll get into some news. Then I'll talk about a few things going on with the channel, and then we'll do the ending things, close it all up, and we'll head off to work.
Yay. Watchman's here. Vention is here. He says good morning.
Benjamin, my man, nice to see you
Right?
again.
That's
It's early
early.
out there.
John from Malibu. Oh, he's watching us from his hospital room. After his operation,
Oh,
he's
yes.
feeling pretty good, a little sore. Yay!
I'm glad that you're here,
Yes.
my man. That is it's a blessing.
Oh, Vetchin says work is a grim economic necessity. I'll be turning wrenches today too. I know.
We all got to get out there and do what we got to do. You know, none of us deserve a free life, so it's just that none of us should have to work as hard as some of us do. You know, while other people sit around and take the easy route and collect, you know, social welfares and
even family
taking advantage of the economical systems out there and the red tape that there is, and leaning on family members and guilt. I've seen that quite a bit.
Or just the, I don't know, the economic wealth of your family in total. Like, you know, the rich kids that just never get jobs and stuff like that. Just because they don't have to.
This isn't an 80 movie. So.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, Mateo is here. He says Korea barbecue. We got green. And Watchman says here is Korean because he is from Korea.
Nice.
Right. Okay, continue onwards. We are now caught up.
What was the first article I read this morning that was any good? The XRP one, right, Samantha?
Yes. Yeah.
They got a problem with coin market cap. I mean, we've heard this before. A lot of people seem to have problems with coin market cap. I didn't realize that the number, well, I mean, I kind of knew, but I guess I never really did the math to determine how big of a difference there is in a number between the number that's shown on coin market cap for the overall value of Ripple and what it actually is, because they have quite a bit of Ripple that's held up in an escrow service in order to not flood the market. So they're talking about, you know, that they would like the XRP that's in the escrow service to be counted in order to help with the flippenings. You know, I mean, I know that they've passed Ethereum now and are holding it on the number 2 spot, but of course those XRP people, you know, they're shooting for the moon just like Bitcoin is. They're looking to get the number 1 spot. They're always talking about how they're going to take over and be the next digital currency. You know, just like we are with Bitcoin. Of course, everyone has the right to their opinion, so they're wanting it all counted, you know, to help. And because we're looking at a big difference, we're looking at $14.57 billion is what CoinMarketCap is counting it at right now at like 36 cents. If you count what's in escrow, we're looking at 36,000.17 billion. I mean, that's quite a big of a difference between 14.5 and 36.1 billion. I mean, that's a doubling right there to help them. Yes. So then I guess if you get, you know, the full shares up to, I don't even know what it would cost. I'd have to pull out the calculator and do quick math or whatever to tell me what we need the price of each Ripple to be if you counted escrows in order to tie Bitcoin or surpass it and take the number 1 spot.
I mean, and yes, they're saying it's not fair because they count all of Bitcoin and all of Ethereum's and all of the other, like, yes, grand hidden totals or whatever.
There are quite a few coins on CoinMarketCap that cry out that they're unfair. You know, the way that they put question marks in, the way that they're not counting all of them. The way that, I mean, we've seen them remove exchanges because their volume or their price or something is way different than everybody else's, so they've decided to just take it out. Well, you know, who are they to get to make these decisions?
Well, I mean, they're the ones that run I mean, yes, I guess the problem is they do get to make some of their own rules because it is their.
Well, I mean, that's why we're using Coin Paprika now. I mean, a lot of you guys have. I always went to CoinMarketCap because that's what new people use, you know, and of course, as I talk about, you know, we're here for awareness and education. So
yes, it is very easy to read that one.
Let's go to the one that everyone's going to and try to take a look at it. You could tell that we made fun of it as well. If you guys like Coin Paprika better, not a problem. We'll continue to use it. Maybe it'll go along with teaching, you know, new people to use a different one besides CoinMarketCap.
Yep.
All right. So what's this next one I got? I mean.
Oh, John from Malibu says XRP gives me a bad vibe. Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
I mean, we've never been big on the XRP in all of the 2 years that we've been here. I mean, it would have been great. I mean, we would have made a ton of money. It was fractions of a cent when we first came in contact with it. And I mean, we went and watched it go up to the $3 and some change. So, I mean, if for some reason we were capable of timing the bottom and timing the top from when we knew of XRP and the existence of it, and we're in the cryptocurrency markets with Bitcoin in our wallet, capable of button clicks away from owning it, we could have been multimillionaires probably.
Fenton says, yeah, that's a total scam. Brad and the insider buddies have a giant mountain of XRP. If those whale coins were on the market, XRP would be like 10 cents or less.
Less, more likely. I mean, we're looking at how many XRP is held up in an escrow.
Oh my,
service.
yeah, like the 80%
I mean,
or whatever.
Only 40% is on the market. If we're looking at a total market cap being 36.17%.
That is, I mean,
that is how you help inflate the price. You just keep pulling them off so that there's a smaller amount being circulated. Supply and demand. There is no supply. 40% of the supply.
Yeah.
All right. So the next story I don't have a tinfoil hat on, guys. All right. We got Satoshi Nakamoto, the peer-to-peer foundation. I don't know anything about it. Never really heard of it. Apparently, it's some sort of friending and messaging service, right? That's what it was saying in the article, Samantha?
Yes.
Apparently, he popped up again. I don't believe it's real. I believe he was probably hacked. But he went ahead and he added a person as a friend. So, really,
one person.
Kudos to this guy, if Satoshi Nakamoto is really out there and really decided that you were good enough of a person that he wanted to follow you.
Yeah, like it was something where they said like he became friends with somebody that was on Satoshi Nakamoto's like friend list thing on the P2P foundation. And like that he like friend requested Satoshi Nakamoto like a year ago. So yes, right? Like, oh, I've just been waiting.
So the guy's from Brazil, right? And you can find him over on Steemit. He's the creator of Blockchain Cat Comics. I don't even know what that is, but
it's apparently on Steemit.
Apparently on Steemit. Great social media platform. Haven't been seeing the greatest prices over there. Laid off 70% of their devs. We talked about that one last night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But what's the next thing? Of course, there's some hearing or inkling that Satoshi Nakamoto may be alive out there. Got Craig wrong, man. That dude, you can't let go. He's like a pit bull. He goes out there, he gets on Twitter, and because Satoshi Nakamoto had posted a little...
It was a one word. Nora. Like Nora.
N-O-U-R.
Yes.
What is it? Arabic for light?
Yes.
Craig Wrong goes out there and starts tweeting some Arabic because that makes him Satoshi.
Yes.
And he decided he had to friend this guy.
Yep. That's exactly what went down.
I wonder how he does this. I wonder if he sets his Google alerts for Satoshi Nakamoto or something. So every time something comes up, he can instantly jump right on it.
That's a really good...
make the correlation. Like, yes, I sent one privately, but I also sent one under my Craig Wrong.
I mean, they said that it was hacked once in 2014, like the P2P account, like Satoshi. So they're saying it could be hacked. I mean, this is all that Ouija board loveliness.
Ouija board loveliness.
Are you pulling it to the yes, or is it really happening?
I don't know. I mean, it's fun to talk about. We've seen several other things like embedded possible messages and blocks. Remember that one was quite a ways back, 4 or 5 months ago. I think that was. We've heard others possible messages from Satoshi Nakamoto coming out over the years. Personally, I don't think he's around. If he was human, too much money's on the line. Greed gets the best of all of us. If he's not here
yes,
anymore.
I do think something probably happened to him. Yeah. I'm not even conspiracy theory of horribleness like it's that. Raining. Someone took him out. Yeah, it is.
Protect us, tree.
I mean, I just think it's been so long, and there is so much money in human nature that he probably is not here anymore. I mean, who knows?
Anything in the chat, Samantha? Because I got one more news story, and then we'll wrap it up because we're starting to get some rain.
I know, right? R. Rafterman says, "Hi guys, headed to good old Florida on Monday."
Nice.
Yes. Watchman says Koreans think next Bitcoin is Ripple and Stellar.
Yep.
Yep.
I've heard that one quite a bit too.
I mean, they're both very...
I mean, they got their upgrade coming up where, they're X Rapid and Ripple network
Yeah,
combined stuff.
yeah.
I mean, it gets really complicated. You know, we're still waiting to hear from the SEC on whether or not it's a security or not a security. We've heard in both directions. So there's a lot of controversy and up in the air. But I mean, if you really believe that it's a good project, then of course don't let the naysayers turn you away, because then you're just going to be mad at yourself later on down the road. You know, whether or not they're going to have a run up back to $3, I don't know. Are they going to see price increases in the future? More than likely. You know, they do got a good project. They do got a lot behind it. They do have a lot of positive momentum happening all the time. They are trying to jump through the right hoops of legalization and approvals and working
Yes,
with
they
big
are the
business
ones
and
going with
government.
regulations.
So
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Ripple is another one of those long-term cryptocurrencies. I think, what are we looking at? 5 or 6 years Ripple's been here.
Yeah, it's
You
been.
know,
I mean,
what is it? The Lindy effect. The longer something's alive, the longer something's going to be alive.
you know, I like Stellar more than Ripple, but not by a lot. Jay Constant asks, when BTC $25,000, and John from Malibu comes back, if BTC goes that low, I'm buying. I mean, I hope not. That's even lower than my $3,000 one that we got real close to.
I don't know. I mean, hey, this could be just a little bit of momentum in the upward direction. It dropped down even lower. You know, I hate saying things like that, but you never know
God,
when it comes to cryptocurrency. Now we're getting the volatility back on board. It's going to be volatile in both directions. You know, you can't have one without the other. We're going to have shoots to the upside. We're going to have shoots to the downside. It's going to start looking like a pulse, you know.
This little EKG,
Yep.
just beep, 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 beep.
All right, so as the rain continues on here, the last little bit of news I got is that we got Zcash, right? They got added to Coinbase Pro. We're not seeing necessarily that much of a big jump in the price as we have seen. So I guess it also leads into the next probability that Zcash is going to be added to Coinbase. You know, the normal one, the one that we all use, our interface, is going to be the next one that we see on there with the BAT tokens and the OX.
Yeah, right?
Of course, we're not going to be seeing any of this in New York, right? Sorry, Paul, my man.
Yes.
But the privacy feature, right? That's the next part that people want to talk about. I mean, we know what's going to happen with that. They're going to go along with regulation. We're going to see no privacy feature allowed for a while, right? Then we might see it, as they're saying, in certain districts and regulated areas. So overseas, if you're in America, they'll start allowing it. Here in America, they're not going to allow us to privately send and receive cryptocurrencies out of our Coinbase account. They want to keep track of it. I mean, if you go along with the conspiracy theories, they're the ones suppressing the price by approving the CBOE futures. So, I mean, of course, I mean, if this really is going to be the next currency, like we're all believing, don't think for one moment that they're not aware of it. Don't think for one moment that they're not trying to play the long game on this and chessboard it out. And, you know, they want to move the pawn to take the king down. You know, they're not trying to pull out all the soldiers and make the board big, long, complicated game. They're looking to strategize it. You know, so either it's going to be a situation of regulate it to death, or it's going to be a situation of accumulate it so that you own it.
Yeah, so then it doesn't really matter because, oh, your little bit, yes, we got it all.
Right? I mean, you can only work one way or the other when it comes to controlling Bitcoin. And I mean, obviously, they're not going to go the way of owning it through mining it.
No one does that anymore. That's just silly.
Well, I mean, the ASICs.
I know, right?
ASIC's hell of a chip.
All right.
That's about it?
Yep.
What time we got, Sam?
8:24.
8:24. It sounds like a great time to start wrapping it up. If you guys got any more questions or comments, please go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll go ahead and address it. But let me give you the rundown. We got all the links, affiliation codes. My email help desk is eugeneforest20@gmail.com. Links to all of the different social media platforms I'm on. Please come over. Please follow me, right? Give them over, give myself the thumbs up, the like, the heart, the whatever it is. It's a great way to help out the channel without taking any of that cryptocurrency or money out of your pocket. We have donational links down below. You can give us donations through PayPal. I set that one up. We also have a few cryptocurrency addresses that we accept. But, of course, I'd rather have you give it to the Tally Fund. That's a great way to be able to help us out with getting out there and spreading the flyers, which spreads awareness. And yeah, I mean, we may pass out 500 flyers. We passed out a little over 400 at the Electric Daisy Carnival. We may not have turned on a ton of people, but it doesn't really take a lot. You know, we're looking to slowly get this momentum going. Hearing about it now will lead you into looking into it later, right?
I don't know. I'm looking at the 1 or 2 people, and yes, it was really cool to see the dude with the totem and the guy with the sign all on their own too. It was like, oh yes.
So I mean, it's a great way. I think of it as a carbon offset. If you continue to think of it that way, it's a great idea. Right?
Dollar cost averaging your carbon offset.
Easy payment plan.
Right? Those are all the misering words.
So do we got anything in that chat that we can talk about, Samantha?
Jay Constant says it'll be going to 1K next year, beware. And Vention says he'll be buying at 1,000 too. That's fine. And Vention says we have a 5th column in government and in the banks. The more Bitcoiners in government, the more its attempts to harm BTC will be sabotaged and frustrated. Eventually, we will win.
I mean, I think there's a war brewing. I think there's a revolutionary front happening. I think that there's, stuff happening under the surface. I think there's stuff happening under the surface, and I don't even think it's started to come to a head yet. I think that we're going to see that in the next 4 to 5 years, and what cryptocurrency really starts disrupting the fiat system and banking. So, I mean, that's why we're here. We're all staying tuned to see that, because when it gets to that, that's when we're going to have the volatility in the price for this $100,000, $1 million. I mean, that kind of price. I mean, realistically, is that really going to happen until we start overthrowing the fiat system or becoming a major part of it?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying.
And I mean, as we can see right now, that's not happening. They're capable of manipulating us and pushing the price down and not really supporting it and blocking it out with a few, throw Floyd Mayweather under the bus, and you got a bunch of people scared. So what's it going to be when we can get 2% of the world population involved? We've seen statistics that say in order to get a movement going, you only need 10% of the people in the group to really be activists in it, in order for the whole 90% to then start becoming aware of the situation.
Right.
And that's kind of what we're going for here, is that, I realize that I can't just sit at home and look at cryptocurrency on my laptop and say this stuff's great anymore, that I have to get out here and share my voice and try to get other people to get out there and share their voice. Because if we don't get out here and do something and say something,
yeah,
we're just delaying the whole process.
Yes, it's like the World Wildlife Foundation's horrible commercials of the whalings and the thumping of the baby seals, and people are like, that doesn't really happen. Oh my God, yes, it does. Take our money.
Yeah. I mean,
yes, until you don't. Yes.
Situation. If you don't really believe in Ripple and you believe in Bitcoin, Ripple will take over. Ripple has a marketing department. They got lots of things going for it. So Bitcoin's amazing, but if you're not out there supporting it, if you're not out there educating people about it, if you're not going out there helping to spread adoption of it, why, for at least a period of time in human history, why wouldn't Ripple take over for a bit before Bitcoin could? And I don't want that part of history to be my son's life, where they have to go from Ripple to Bitcoin.
Right. Back ass word. All right, that's it.
That's it?
Yep.
All right, you guys. I really appreciate you coming out here and joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Always Bitcoin and Coffee. As always, we're going to have a show for you Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday morning at 8 a.m. You got to hit that notification bell in order to catch us for the evening shows like we had last night. Please like, share, comment on this video on any of the other social media platforms where I'm writing it on. If you guys are on Twitter, please retweet my video. Right? I mean, we need a little help over there. We're starting to get a little stagnant. I've seen a lot of movement over there on Twitter that you can really make an impact. So please retweet my video out there. Please hashtag Bitcoin and Coffee. It is great. All right, you guys. I love you. Have a great day. Keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.